Hey folks, today is October 4th, and I think I've won about 7 games today. I've been beating dudes' ass and handing out ass whoopings. So I want you guys to check this game out. I'm not going to talk too much. Just want to show you guys what took place. He was white, I was black. You can pay attention to the string to see what took place. I'm not going to really talk too much. I castled early in the game. I've been trying to castle earlier in my games now. At least within the first 4 moves. If not 4 or 8, depending on what my opponent do. And it's really been helping me a lot. I haven't lost a game since I started castling within the first 4 moves. This is a bad move. He could have took my pawn right there. When I seen that, I just moved my other pawn up to protect it. Threaten his knight. The type of game that I have, I don't play good against knights. Even though knights and bishops are worth the same amount of points they claim, I think that knights are more dangerous. So I didn't have a problem exchanging a knight for a bishop. Okay, so threaten his bishop. He moved it back. Moved my pawn up. He took my pawn. I took his pawn. Moved his pawn down. I threatened his queen. He moved his queen out the way. I moved my queen up, threatening his rook. He moved his rook down. I took his pawn, threatening the rook again. And then he moved the bishop down. I couldn't take the bishop because of his queen. So I moved my queen over. He threatens my queen. I move down. He takes my queen. I take his queen. He takes my knight. I take his bishop. So I'm leading just 18-6 right now. Pretty competitive game. But after we lost our queens, he was the one making better moves. He moved his king over, then he did that. Bam, took my pawn. So he catching up now, man. He making better moves, just overall better, smarter moves. See, now he got my pawn up there. Bam. And that was 19-18. But I just focused and you know, paid more close attention, and I got back in the game. Bam, 22-19. Then boom, 22-22. So see what I'm saying? He evened the game up. He was playing more better. So I just really had to focus and play smart, and that's what I did. And my whole point was to get that pawn up to become a queen. And right here, he could have trying to got me in a little checkmate over here with his knight, that rook, and then the other rook. He could have kind of like pinned my, checked me with his rook, and then took my other rook. So I had to make sure I was kind of wary of that. So I made sure I paid attention to make sure that that didn't happen. I'm slowly moving my pawn up. Now I'm about to get a queen. Ain't nothing he can do to stop it. And then I'm going to end up with more pieces here. Now this is a tricky situation here where you got to pay attention. What I did was I moved up and threatened his knight. He took my rook right there. And then I took his rook. I put him into check. So then bam, he couldn't take the other rook because I put him into check. And then boom, took his other rook. So now it's pretty much over. I'm leading 32-24 at this point. And I'm about to just close in on him. That was a mistake that he made. Let's rewind that. I don't know what would have been the best move for him, but he shouldn't have gave up 2 rooks. He put me into check. So I moved. His best bet probably was to just take this rook right here with his rook. That's what I'm thinking. And then I would have, but I guess he didn't want to do that because he couldn't lead his queen. I would have took his rook up there and then put him into check. So I guess that's why. So he was pretty much fucked. There was nothing he could really do to avoid this little fiasco right here. He had to take him. And I was going to take him with that. He took me. And then he couldn't take my other rook because I put him into check. So that was kind of a fucked up scenario there for him. Bam. So now I'm leading 32-24. So we was just tied, but now I'm leading by 8 points now. By just making better moves. And then after this, it was just pretty much a matter of time before I got my queen. Then I started moving him up. Took my rook, and I'm like, okay, at this point. And that's when he quit. And I see why, because it was pretty much nothing he can do. See that username right there? That's my new username. You can't fuck with me. Ow.